miss the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I bought like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Kick it and go, kick it and go. With a slip on, spin move, and zones, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Washington football team.
Bobby Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27.
The Washington ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
56 to Mark, 56. Check 56.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. third down. Here's Haskins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
But it's 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game.
Here we go. 20. 56. Down to lose 1. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I'm here all day. Hatchet.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
On the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Watch the slant. Hey, alert! Hey, gun. Mike's 56.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball in there.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Check.
They start on the ground with Geis. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You got block me. 56. 56. Rip left. Check.
This is Geis. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He'll air this one out deep for 6, and that's caught inside the 35. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They go play action with Haskins. He'll buy some time right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. You don't want this. You go tight. 12, fellas. Here we go. You got tight right there.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Again looking for Samuel, this time the catch made. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Any day. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
touchdown. Past the 20. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 50. 21. Here we go. 56. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's cut.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? What he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check 15. Check 15. Switch.
They'll run with Geis. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Taken down at the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Washington 0.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
To Terry McLaurin.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Washington.
Now a run with Geis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
The ball carrier.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They go play action now. Haskins. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
3rd down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. From the gun, it's Haskins. The quick slant caught. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Gun. 56 to Mike. 2. Stop your watch. 2. Mike 56. Mike 56.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On play action, Haskins. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes this Washington 14. 49ers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
Remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
The 3-yard line.
When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Here we go.
On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Samuel.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And goal.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go, 56,
Garoppolo now. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
For the point after.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's Samuel, caught left side. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Complete
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 56 to 5.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Raheem Mostert.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
49-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
56. Mike 56. Right there. 56. 2.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
56 is the mic. Hey, they scared.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Arnold Darby brought it.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, come on now. Mike 56. Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 56.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Yo.
To throw again. Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ball carrier.
Tried to get it on the edge there, but there was no seal, nowhere to go, had to step out.
Yeah, sometimes the defense just wins those battles because ordinarily the guy setting the edge, offensive tackle, tight end, H-back, someone of that caliber, wasn't there on that play. Defense wins it in a big way. No gain at all for the offense.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
56. 11. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Rush in. Rush in. Check 24. Check
24. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Slings this deep from the clip. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete.
Terry McLaurin, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And Washington has retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead.
Makes this Washington 21, 49ers 16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Ball carrier. He was taken down by Reuben Foster. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here in Mostert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 14-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mostert. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Once again, it's Mostert. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
If you know, you know.
First and 10 at the 11. Garoppolo. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. It's a run with Mostert. Now a toss going left. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Ain't doing nothing. And a loose football.
Fumble on the play.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Haskins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. It was looking that time for Stills, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
56 to Mark, bro. 56. Check 56.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Washington on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Niners on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And does Washington have it? They do.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Geis. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. second down. Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now it's Haskins. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
49ers 22.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
This is caught at the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. 20! Hey, gun. 56! 1, Omaha. Mark 56!
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. A big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. That's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think.
56 is the mark. 56 is the mark. Check. Lights it hot.
Garoppolo to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such Such little time remaining, and Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
Is a turnover on downs.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Washington, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game.